What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the More Love Conversation series. I'm Vernon.
I'm Venice.
And this is the place where we talk more love, more life,
more healthy relationships, mental health, and all the things.
We're back again with the tips from the couple y'all love to hear from. Today we're going to talk about something that I think is important and special to every relationship, and that's 6 ways to help keep intimacy going in your relationship. Obviously, if intimacy or there's a lack thereof, there are a bunch of things that you could do, but we figured we'd throw 6 quick tips at you that could really help get locked in, get connected, and help spice up that intimacy real quick. What do you think is something that can help the people out there keep the intimacy going in their relationship?
How your voice got all raspy and stuff. So
sexy voice.
I like it. You know, one of the first things that I feel couples need to understand is creating time is important, period. This is why we're having this conversation. As a couple with busy lives and a bunch of kids and business and everything else, it's easy to make excuses for why the intimacy is not rolling, or if it's not flowing, or if it's non-existent. So the first thing we offer is that you understand that creating time is imperative. It is highly important. You do that. You get to create that. So make that happen. So we're going to start with that. Creating time.
You know the saying, you make time for the things you want. I think another thing that kind of piggybacks off that, if you're creating the time, is try to be intentional about having date nights. If you can squeeze it in, maybe twice a month. Obviously, you know, your scheduling every month might not be able to do that, but trying to at least maybe squeeze in 2 date nights a month. And it doesn't have to be a weekend. Maybe you can squeeze in a Monday and a weekend somewhere down the road. Again, that goes with the being creative. And again, date night doesn't have to be, we got to go crazy and spend a lot of money. Date night could be, hey, we having a movie night, a Netflix and chill night downstairs, and I made dinner. You know, something like that. Date night could be something light, like, hey, we're going to go take a walk. Let's go catch a nice spot, you know what I mean, that we like to do, and just chill and talk a little bit. You don't have to spend a lot of money. But obviously, the date nights can go to however you want. It could be extravagant if you haven't done something in a while, and maybe you want to make a date day, date night, date weekend, you know, whatever it is. But trying to create that opportunity to have specific date nights, not just talk about it, but be intentional about planning it. Well, I'm gonna piggyback off that, to piggyback off the date night. Just be spontaneous sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like, yo, meet me downstairs in an hour. Yo, get dressed, we going somewhere in an hour. Don't ask no questions. Hey, what you doing on Friday? Nothing, you got on Friday night, let's go do something. Hey, how's your day at work? Yo, come meet me at the local spot. Let's grab a bite to eat. Try to be spontaneous about it. I think that's sometimes what comes with the intimacy too, is we try to plan things so much. So things got to be in a regimen. And that sometimes takes away from the intimacy. Being spontaneous and trying to find things that, you know, excite your partner, and let your partner know that you do listen to them even when they think you're not listening to them. Hitting them with the spontaneity will help do that. And that gets them in the mind frame of, ooh, he listening to me. Ooh, she listening to me. That made me want to do some things.
Well, with that, another thing, like we said, you get to create it, right? No excuses. You can really go on vacation. You can. And again, like he said, it can be a quick weekend. It can be, if you want to be, you know, bold, go for a week if your schedule and finances allow. But vacations are essential, not just for your mental health, but for reconnection and cohesiveness in your relationship. And it can really enhance the intimacy, because it's a time in which there are no other demands, unless you make it demanding. If you go on vacation and you're working, then it's not going to be as fun. But if you go on vacation and the intention is to just be, and to be whatever you want to be with your significant other, then, you know, that's pretty fun. If you want to go on a vacation, you can do it. You can put $20, $30 to the side every week. We use that on Uber Eats and Amazon sometimes. So it's really up to you. Be intentional about it and create that vacation. And again, it doesn't have to be where you get on a plane. You can drive somewhere within your town and your state and just go and enjoy yourselves together.
We hear a lot. Vacations are expensive. It costs a lot of money. We get all that. But with the right planning, the right intentions,
Right.
the right conversation. Vacations don't have to be as crazy and expensive as sometimes we make it. Sometimes that's just the excuse and limitation we give ourselves.
Absolutely.
We can still make those things happen.
Releasing the limitations and the limited mindset, because you can actually create whatever you want within your relationship. So keep that in mind. The next one is, don't be afraid to try new things. Some of our greatest dates have been things that we never thought we would do, really. And it really enhanced the intimacy and the freedom within our relationship and our marriage. So, for example, we went skydiving. Yes, we did. I had him go on a little boat ride one day. I'm like, come on, we're going to go do this. And he's like, what? I'm not really feeling this. And it was probably one of the greatest things that we've done together. So don't be afraid to try new things. Outside the bedroom when you're going on dates, and inside the bedroom. I'm speaking to the ladies and the gentlemen. Create something. Be bold. This is your person. Be free with them. So go ahead. Don't be afraid to try new things, because it will definitely enhance your intimacy, your connectedness, and the freedom within your relationship.
And I just want to say, notice, like, intimacy does not have to be sex. It's not sex. That intimacy obviously can create greater opportunities for much better sex. But the intimacy touches on, that's the mind, that's the body, that's the soul. So when we're saying these tips, notice, a lot of it is not based around the sexual contact. It's about stimulating your partner, finding different ways to stimulate your partner in a way that creates that intimate connection, so that hopefully, it leads to better sex. A lot of times we work with couples that, sex is an issue. There's no intimacy. And a lot of times they don't necessarily catch why one is important for the other. But the reality is, if we can connect on an intimate level that's not about the sexual contact, the intimacy is going to lead to much better sex and much better sexual contact. So just wanted to put that out there. The last thing that for me, I think is creating your date days. So my wife is good at being like, yo, babe, we got to pick a day next month where we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing no work, no nothing. The kids will be in school. We're going to have a cheap day. And we found crazy things, like we go places sometimes and they have day hotels. So you can get in a hotel and rent the hotel from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and be out by 4 p.m. and it's a fraction of the cost of what the hotel would be. So those are little thing that we found in creating, date days. Let's try this, let's try that. Let's slide here, let's slide there. Let's just take a day and do nothing. But, just trying to create things that work for your schedule, that work for what your interests are, that work for how your relationship moves. A lot of times I think sometimes the intimacy gets lost and the excitement in dates get lost because we're too busy trying to do or follow what maybe another couple did or what somebody else suggested, whatever the case may be. And when the reality is, and we say it often, you create this relationship you create, and what it looks like and the things you do to enjoy it, to create and build intimacy and different things is all up to you. So create a date day. Take it out your schedule. We know you're busy. We understand that. But sometimes you got to put those things to the side just for a little while and just get back reconnected with your partner, which in turn is going to help you get back reconnected with everything else you got going on anyway.
Absolutely.
So trying to create a day, especially for us busy folks, really trying to be intentional and create a date day to try to spice up and get back to connected and work on that intimacy for sure.
Yeah. Just as Vernon said, intimacy is not just sex. Sex is a component, of intimacy, but it's not just sex. So one of the greatest things that we have found and we offer and, just discuss with our couples is the foundation of your friendship. These experiences and tips that we just gave you today is going to pour into your relationship and your friendship, because that's where it starts. The relationship comes from, you having that friendship first. And when you have that friendship, you can go deeper in different ways. Please keep that in mind, knowing that no matter how dry it is, you can get back to water and you can create whatever it is you want in your relationship. Thank you guys for joining us today.
We appreciate y'all, man. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to tell people, invite your friends. Hey, make the tips a date night. Make our tips night a date night for you and the homies. Y'all can have a group and discuss it. Talk about, what y'all think about our things. Add on other tips to the topics that we talk about. We give a start that hopefully sparks a conversation. So that's what we hope happens. So thank y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all.
See y'all next week. Peace.